Okay, welcome to our third press conference of the day. And the top seed Blue Demons of DePaul, 92-60 winners over number 8 seed Seton Hall here this evening. And so DePaul advances to the 5:30 semifinal. That is tomorrow here at the Owl. And they will take on the winner of our next game, St. John's and Villanova. Just a couple of notes about DePaul. Fourth consecutive appearance in the semifinals for the Blue Demons. 11th game this season in which they've scored 90 points or more. Took all three meetings with Seton Hall. And the 25 assists on 31 field goals, the most assists for DePaul in a Big East tournament game. So as usual, we'll take an opening statement from Coach, then we'll open it up to questions from the student athletes, Jacqui Grant and Brooke Schulte. So we'll start off with an opening statement from Coach. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm just really proud of this basketball team for being able to focus and not have a hangover from their accomplishments from the regular season. And you know, they just did so much in the regular season. I think it would have been a little bit human nature for them to let down a little bit. And the Seton Hall team that I watched last night and the Seton Hall team I watched against St. John's last weekend is a much improved team. Coach Pizzo's got these young players playing a lot better as the season goes along here. So, you know, I was really concerned that you know, we were going to get a great Seton Hall shot, and I knew that we could deal with it if we came out ready to play. And so I was just really concerned that our players would be ready, and I was really impressed that they were ready. You know, it's hard for young people to walk out before a game and receive the accolades that were so well deserved, and then shut that down right now and go to the jump ball and be focused and ready for the ball game. And that's what I was really impressed with these players about.
Coach, thanks very much. We'll take questions now. Just raise your hand. John has the wireless microphone.
Hi, Jim Neuter from Scout. Brooke, are you able to talk about the team's strong first half performance? When you started the game off, I think, with a turnaround jumper, and things just kind of got better from there.
Yes, well, the coaching staff and Coach Bruno always do a phenomenal job each and every game of preparing us, and we came in 110% prepared, and I thought as a team we just came out with a spark and ready to play and ready to have our first game.
Not right now.
Adam Shelf with Radio DePaul Sports. Jacqui, you had an outstanding game. Really got it going, though, in that third quarter. Went into that second half performance.
Definitely sitting on the bench with 2 fouls is always tough for a player, especially when everyone wants to be out there. So coming out strong was definitely something at halftime that I definitely thought about, and the coaches and teammates both gave me confidence just to play my game and do my thing out there.
John Fanta, Big East Digital Network. Brooke, what was behind such success with that full court press you guys ran?
I think just coming out with that spark that I talked about and answered earlier, just being ready to play and just having fun with it. And we had our legs there, and we were just coming out and being all over the floor.
Can you explain, Jessica, didn't do much scoring tonight, but assists on assists on assists, what it's meant to have her back in the picture for you?
I mean, I speak for myself, but I love it, and I'm pretty sure all of our teammates love it. She was such a spark on the bench, just cheering us on, and such a positive energy, and now to have her out on that floor, it's an amazing feeling.
Jacqui, can you talk a little bit about her as well?
A lot of things that aren't really on the stat sheet is like how she forces those turnovers by the other team by that pressure defense. I mean, being 1-on-1 against Jess, I would probably take Jess 10 times out of 10. I mean, that's how much confidence we all have in her, and that's how much we just love her on the floor. I mean, 9 assists, like that's amazing, you know. And she does that all the time, like it's nothing. So, and then 2 steals, like that's great.
How much has the adversity, is for both of you, that you guys have gone through this season with the starters you've lost, how much does that help you now in a position like this?
I think it prepared us, if anything. We had to constantly change throughout each season, just changing our lineups and who we had in and losing people, and we never succumbed to it. We never let it take us over, and we definitely just kept a positive attitude, and the players that were hurt kept a positive attitude and were always there and had our back. So I think as a team we just stayed together.
Yeah, Coach definitely throughout that whole adversity, no excuses team, and I think everyone really bought into that, and that was huge from every single player who played or don't play. Like every single person bought into that, and I thought that was a really big contributor.
Congrats.
We have any other questions for the student athletes? Okay, ladies, thank you very much. You can head back to the locker room. We have an escort who will take you back, and then we'll take some questions for Coach.
Thank you so much.
Hydrate. Water everywhere.
Same thing, if you have a question for Coach, just raise your hand. We'll get the microphone over to you.
Hi. Coach, are you able to talk about your bench play tonight, particularly Shantae Stonewall?
Well, yeah, I mean, the question that was asked of the student athletes about playing without Jessica and Ashton and Marte, I think that the 7 players that were in the rotation, all regular Big East season, got valuable experience. And I thought Shantae really, she's coming along as a freshman, and she has some great possessions. She has some freshman-esque possessions, but I think that the amount of experience that she was able to get while Jess was not in the lineup were huge. And Tanita Allen played today with the flu, so I mean it was very, we didn't know if she was going to go right up till game time. So it was really, it's just kind of important that the bench did play well, and she played well. But I mean, I was prepared for us to be a 7-player bench again tonight. It's just Jessica being the 7th player instead of Tanita Allen. But as it worked out, Tanita did get some good minutes in, and hopefully she'll be okay by tomorrow.
You had 35 combined points from your freshmen tonight. Can you talk a little bit about how they've contributed to this run down the stretch?
Adam, say the first part of the freshman again.
35 points tonight combined from your freshmen coming off the bench. Can you tell me a little bit about how that helped contribute to tonight's game and what you guys were trying to accomplish?
Well, Kelly Campbell is a much-deserved freshman, all freshman Big East player, and she's been playing with us all year long. I mean, she's been starting, and she's been a starter in our mind's eye. What makes Kelly so special is her competitiveness. And then Shantae gave us, some good offensive lift off the bench tonight, knocked down those 2 threes in the first half, and really, she probably could have had, she just sometimes gets a little bit ahead of herself offensively. She probably had 2 or 3 more bunnies that she could have knocked down. So I think it was really, really important that our freshmen played ball tonight and were ready to play. And I think just everything, every one of these players, and I can't have this microphone not speak to just January, and we're sitting at halftime. She's got no baskets and 8 assists, and that's the aspect of the game and our game that I've noticed the most with her presence back on the floor is our traditional DePaul ball assist totals and sharing. Is just unbelievably different with her out there and her not out there. So, I mean, that was really important. The other thing about the freshmen giving us good minutes was it was allowed us to, Schulte and Jessica January played a lot of minutes in the first half, so they didn't have to play very many minutes at all in the second half. I think that was really important. We had 3 players with 2 fouls that had to sit most of the first half, and those players got some minutes, and Jacqui got some good third quarter minutes, and Coleman only played 3 in the first half. So, with Tanita Allen down, that's why she had to get more minutes than we probably would have had her out there, but we had nobody else to put in at that point.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach, is this the most battle-tested group that you have had?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we play a traditionally tough schedule every year. So I don't know that it's any more battle-tested than some of the other teams that we've had. I mean, I just, the non-conference schedule was really, really difficult. It's always difficult. It's difficult by design. And I think you're looking at 3 number 1 seeds that were in our loss column, and UConn, Baylor, Notre Dame. So, and then Marquette here is really, really good. So the couple defeats we had in Marquette, that's a really, really good basketball team in our Big East Conference, as is Creighton. And the 2 teams we're going to play in this next game are really well deserving of being in the NCAA tournament, both of them. I mean, everybody thinks I'm crazy when I say those kinds of things, but some of the football 5 leagues are not really that strong in the bottom. So there's some of those leagues that people are talking about getting 8, teams in, and some of them do deserve 8, but some of them have also fattened up on some teams in the bottom of their leagues that have not been that strong. So, we'll see how this all plays out. St. John's and Villanova are both really, really good ball clubs, and so we'll see how the next game plays out. But this is a great league that we play in, and the teams like Seton Hall tonight, that's a really, they are a strong basketball team. Tony's got young players, so they've had to got through some tough experience this year as freshmen that had to play, but they're going to be really, really good down the road. I mean, Hilaire's going to be really, really good. Winters is going to be really, really good. Samuels, so they got everybody back. Our large Jackson's back, a large group coming back. Marquette's got a great group coming back. Villanova's got everybody coming back. I'm probably forgetting somebody that's got a lot of people coming back, but this league is just going to keep getting better and better.
Anything else for Coach? All right, congratulations, Coach.
Thanks for covering Women's Hoops, y'all.
Just to clarify what you said at the beginning, is the 25 assists the most, or is it the ratio of baskets made that was the most?
Just the 25 assists, most for DePaul.